Hi my dear children, once again good morning to all. So last class we were dealing with our second chapter, latitudes and longitudes. So today we are moving with our next chapter, our third chapter, rotation and revolution. The name of our third chapter is rotation and revolution. So listen carefully. As we all know, the earth move around its own axis. The earth move around its own axis. And also it moves around the sun. And it moves around the sun. So today we are moving with two movements. The first one is a rotation and the second one is revolution. Two movements of earth are a rotation and revolution. So today we are dealing with our first one, that is a rotation. So listen carefully. What is a rotation? That is spinning movement of the earth on its axis. Spinning movement of earth on its axis is known as a rotation. I told you spin ball in the case of cricket and all, spin ball, that is spinning. Spinning movement of earth on its axis is known as a rotation. And these movements of earth around the sun on a fixed path is known as a revolution. So today we are dealing with two terms, the earth movements, that is a rotation and revolution. And about revolution we will be discussing during the next class. So now we are dealing with a rotation, and in between I am just giving the explanation of revolution also. So listen carefully. Spinning movement of earth on its axis. One axis will be there and it spins. It is known as a rotation. And revolution means the movement of the earth. The movement of the earth around the sun. Movement of the earth around the sun on a fixed path is known as a revolution. And we are going to deal with the effects of a rotation and revolution. And first we will deal with the effects of a rotation. So listen carefully. Earth spins on its axis. The earth spins on its axis from west to east. From west to east. That is earth effects. We are dealing with the effects. So the first effect is earth spins on its axis from west to east. Then second one, axis is an imaginary line. It is an imaginary line passing through north pole and south pole. This axis, we told you that in the case of rotation, that is a spinning movement of the earth on its axis is known as rotation. And this axis is an imaginary one. This is an imaginary one. Imaginary line. And it passes through north pole and south pole. That we know that when we draw a round, this is north pole and this is south pole. Last class also we were dealing with all these things. North pole, south pole, northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, axis, grid. Then how to locate a place. All the things we were dealing. So I am not again to explain all these things. So imaginary line passing through north pole and south pole, that is axis. And what is the degree? What is the angle? 23.5 degree. The angle is 23.5 degree. And the next one, the earth completes one rotation in 24 hours. That is 2 days. 24 hours. The earth complete one rotation. The earth complete one rotation in 24 hours. That is, the earth will take 2 days. So 12 plus 12, 24. So my dear children, listen carefully. We were dealing with our third chapter, rotation and revolution. And rotation means the earth, the spinning movement of the earth on its axis is known as rotation. And the movement of earth around the sun is known as revolution. And we were dealing with the effects of rotation. And rotation, what is the first effect? The earth spins on its axis from west to east. The second one is, this axis is an imaginary line passing through north pole and south pole. And the degree is 23.5 degree. And this earth complete one rotation within 24 hours, within 2 days. So my dear children, this is for today's class. You have to go through these points, and the remaining things we will deal next class. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.